Okay, so now we have at least we'll have particles. They accidentally. I did not accidentally delete my particle drawing function at all. This is like funny to say that you are not deleting particles. Oh, do I love me some not deletion of stuff? Like accidental deletion of function calls. But at least you know. Now we know. What is up, nerds? How you doing? How you doing? Welcome to Tuesday. Is it only Tuesday? Oh, it is only Tuesday. How you doing, everyone? Hope you're having a wonderful start to your week. I'm back. We are streaming it again on Tuesday. 2 times consecutively. Nice, nice, nice. You're welcome in. Hope you have a nice day. Daya, welcome, welcome, welcome. Bios, how you doing? How you doing? Welcome in, welcome in. Today, late night coding. I should be sleeping now. Oh yeah, you're like way far off to the other side, right? Should be sleeping then. Late night coding is not good coding. You think you're doing good, and then next day you look at the code and you're like, what the hell happened here? Who have done this? How are you doing, everyone? What? What? There you go. SEA time. Yeah. That's the late one. Welcome, welcome, welcome to something experimental. Oopsies. That was way louder than I thought. This is just a soda. A orange lime zero sugar soda, and it exactly tastes like how you think the zero sugar soda tastes like. How's Usagi, by the way? Any thoughts so far? So yeah, we are checking out Usagi. It will be linked down in the description for those who are watching this later. It is a relatively new game engine that came out recently. There is a description. If you ask me, it feels like a weird love child of PICO-8 and Love2D. It's like has certain restrictions similar to PICO-8 in like size and like how the project structure somewhat needs to be. But in code, it is just as free as Love2D. You can do whatever you want, basically. It is very free in that term. I'm liking it so far. Setting up Usagi is very easy. I might even do a video on it, but it will be like, what, 2.5 minutes. So just download something, do a command, and you're done. So far, I'm liking it. I do have some queries already. For example, you can set this width and height, which basically governs how big this small screen is up here. Like your resolution. It's not the resolution, I guess. It is the canvas size of the game, which will be scaled as you like press enter and such, alt enter. What I'm missing, and I haven't seen this in the documentations yet, I don't need to do that, is I think in Love you can do this, is a starting size of the window that you are launching, because you can either launch it in the size you have given here, or you can do a toggle full screen, which obviously launches it in full screen. But like, I cannot use this canvas size and launch it in like 320 by 240, for example, which I think is a major missing part, and I'm not sure why we don't have it, since we have pixel perfect setting already and like full screen. So from here it's like in like 2 more parameters. Like you already can set the screen size, and we already have pixel perfect, so why cannot we pixel perfect to a given window, which I will try to bring up. The other thing that is escaping me is a state, which is like, I think it is given here. It's like preserves globals across saves. It's weird and I still don't understand it. What is more weird is, for example, I cannot move my player into this because then it is complaining that my player is nil. And I'm like, what do you mean? You know, it's weird. I'm not sure what is happening there. I will have to like ask for some, because I did like a small test file, and just doing a table there and adding later to that table works fine. So I'm not sure if it is how I create my player. Maybe that is the problem. I don't know, honestly. Other than that, the API is... Oh wait, I don't have a browser up. Do I have a browser? I have a browser somewhere. Window capture. Usagi. Usagi. There we go. So we have a pretty cool API, honestly. Other than that, it's like very simplistic, similar to like PICO-8, but you can just expand this however you want. You can write flappers. You can do custom colors for like your whole palette, which I need to look into. I haven't tried it. I don't fully need it yet. You can use sound and music from outside, so there's like no built-in editor such as PICO-8. You bring your own files basically. You have like input stuff, you can remind keys. There are some cool effects which I haven't tried yet. Maybe I'd look into like the screen shake, maybe, I don't know. You have some cool utilities, and yeah, one thing I don't like from here is the extended sprite functions. So this is similar to like in how PICO-8 you can do index XY, width, height, flip X, flip Y, or like flip horizontal, flip vertical. Is there something else? I might be missing something, whatever. So in Usagi, you either have the normal sprite, which just takes the index XY, or you have this extended one, but there is no default values. At least I haven't seen, and if I don't bring them, it complains. I haven't tried, honestly. Hold on. We might try this in a moment. If there is like actual default values. The LSP was yelling at me. But other than that, I'm so far liking it. This might become a problem later when we want to upload a game to itch, because I cannot scale the window. I will definitely have to, hold on, even do the to-do. How is to-do? As for custom window size while keeping canvas size, because I don't feel like this should be hard to implement. Like you can already set with toggle full screen, and we already have pixel perfect. To me it feels like another function that is not set to the full, like the full width height you can ask for the engine, but like this set number, if that makes sense. So yeah, I'm remaking, if anyone doesn't know this game from the image, I'm remaking Lina Fishy Quest, which is not like an old game of mine, but like it's been a while since we made it. And the purpose of this game was, one, it was made for the 20-second game jam, so it is very small. Two, this whole game is, I feel like, kind of simplistic and fully commented out just in case someone who wants to learn PICO-8 and looks at cartridges, like I can also advise this cartridge. It is fully commented out. Boom. So I feel like I try to comment everything that is relevant and how it works. The game is, in a sense, fully containing everything that you kind of need for... I thought my PICO-8 restarted, oops. For what you need for a game, we have collisions, we have somewhat states in like having a title screen and an in-game state. We have collision, we have creating objects, we have scoring. We have scoring based on different objects. We have high scores. Like, mainly what you need in a game we have here. And since this is a very simplistic game, I was like, hey, how about we remake this in Usagi? It doesn't seem like it would take long. So hopefully it won't. So what I have done so far, so Usagi, same as PICO-8, has a few built-in functions. We have config, self-explaining. This is where you can set configs values for Usagi. There is a documentation in the website with what you can set. Basically, what the window does, I guess. Init, this is basically PICO-8's init. We have an update and we have a draw. Almost like PICO-8. What is somewhat differently from how I do PICO-8 is I went for the approach that I use in Love2D, where I make quote-unquote handler files, where we have a player object, table I guess is the better term. We have a new function that will create a new player that we can reference later, and we then have the update, the self-update, and self-draw files and other functions we would need here. What is new here is input held. This is Usagi's way to generically ask for an input left, which I think includes keyboard washed and I think it even the arrows, right? Hold on. Yeah, it includes the arrows, it includes VSD, SD, and I'm not sure if there's like an FD, ESDF, or whatever that is. The weird old school washed. And in theory, it should support controllers, so hold on. Let me connect my PS4 one. Come on. You can do it. Okay, it doesn't want the Bluetooth connection. Oh, okay, just found it. Cool. Linux and Bluetooth is a pain, honestly, still today. Oh yeah, so this is the stick. Works just fine, and this is the D-pad. I think Usagi is like 4 buttons, right? I think it is 4. Am I wrong? We can check. PICO-8 also does this, so it's not like fully unique. What I think is unique, like PICO-8 doesn't recognize a freshly plugged in controller on Linux for some reason. What is Usagi? Exclamation mark Usagi? It is a relatively fresh game engine that settles between PICO-8 and Love2D. In short, there's like live reloading and some freedom and some restrictions. So hold on. Meta Usagi. What is it? Input? There is like an indexing for this. Input.left. Okay, so let's try to find this in the meta file. Input. Left, right, up, down, button 1, 2, and 3. 3? Huh? Why 3? That feels like such a weird number. You would think you'd either go for 2 or for 4, right? Like either like the old Nash 2 button, we go for 4. Or if you're a wild like me, 6, because I had the Sega Mega Drive and that has 6 buttons. I don't know. That said, from those 6, I think is like a pair of 2s. Like a pair of 2s, like 1, 2, 3, 4 is the same. Or in like turbo mode, and there's a second pair, which is different. I was thinking of making an engine that uses Lua, but maybe is a little more batteries including than PICO-8. What do you mean batteries? Oh, batteries? What? Movement is very simple. You just have a player which has the hook embedded into, and based on like states, we move the hook. Unless it already caught something, then we automatically move the hook up. And in the draw, the only difference is basically this sprite EX. So let us try, hold on, removing these here. So the LSP, yeah, you see, number expected got nil. So it doesn't have default values. Is what feels weird to me. I guess I could, you know, write a wrapper for it, like between Löwe and Godot. Oh, I see. I mean, that sounds like a lot of work, honestly, if you want to like even reach out to like Godot territory, but also depends on if you want like a whole engine like you want to have a GUI like Godot, which what I call a game engine. You know, when you have actually GUI that you can play stuff on. Like PICO-8 I feel like is an engine, Godot is an engine, Unity is an engine. While I would call Löwe and even Usagi more of a framework than an engine. But that is my like interpretation of stuff. It would be a fun experience. I wholly believe that it would be super fun. It would just take a long time, but you would learn a lot there. Smelly Fish Sticks is also making an engine, if I remember correctly. Like Wumpus? Not Wumpus. Something like that. I forgot the name. But they are also making one. There is Usagi. Beetroot Paul. I haven't seen them post a while, but there is Beat PX, which is basically it's like PICO-8 met Love2D, but it is TypeScript based. So it is not Lua, but it is TypeScript. But I like a lot of options. But yeah, this we will have to refactor. And what is somewhat different is I made fishes, like a fully different quote-unquote object, where the only thing they do is they moved and they draw. Nothing else. That sounds like a choice for games. Honestly, it is not a bad choice. I would rather work in TypeScript than in JavaScript. It is a choice, yeah. I'm not saying I would love to make games in TypeScript, but if I have to make games in JavaScript, I would much rather do it in TypeScript than JavaScript. And we have a fish handler, which technically should be named like fish spawner or controller, which basically has an built-in table and a spawn cooldown, and based on how our fish count is, it spawns in new fishes. That's how they move. Calls the update on them, so the movement, basically the fish movement, and then this handles all the deletion of the fish, the creation of the fish, and the collision check for the fishes. Like the fish only moves, quote unquote, that the fish knows that hey, I move, and hey, I draw. But this fish handler is what is making everything else that is happening to the fish. Everyone that doesn't have brain damage with TypeScript over JavaScript. I'm not taking a side on that without the presence of my lawyer. But I think I made my side clear. Oh yeah, and just draw the fishes in the array. I don't think anything else happens. Oh yeah, Happer's Lua. If you have seen my Love2D games, if you are familiar with this is like my small own custom collection of functions. I have versus smooth move and some PICO-8 related functions, which I find cool. I have remove element from table by the actual object. It's not like deletion by index, but like, hey, I want to delete this object from the table, and it just finds a delete. We have an AABB collision, AABB, so like axis aligned bounding box collision. We have a concat table, and we have two. I love this in PICO-8, and I so hate that many other things don't have it. It's like giving an array to a random function. It returns something from that array. That's like so cool. Why don't we have this in more things? Jesus Christ. So this is just like a wrapper above like a collection, and hey, remove a random, give me a random element from the collection. Same but with the weights, if I ever want to do like weighted random ejection. Not ejection, fetching. This is also, I think, a really cool feature that I use in stuff. It's like is value in set. Basically, you give it an array, give it a value, and it will tell you if that value is inside the array. Bam, bam, boom. Bam, bam, boom. What is weird in Usagi? I haven't thought about this. Is your sprites are not as free as in Love2D, as like you have your different sprites, but you have one sprite sheet, quote unquote one, because I think they are working on making it so that you can have multiple and switch between them, which honestly is even more confusing than having one bigger, I feel like, but who am I? And I think that's all. This is just the MD file that it generates for itself. Oh yeah, I talked about this in my recent article. I'm using Gram as a code editor, and I'm not sure if this is something to do with Gram and its Lua recipe not knowing about non-standard symbols, or what, honestly. So thing is that this still would send a warning, so I have it as a disabled diagnostic, and I have a few others that I don't care about, honestly. It's like trailing space. I don't care if there is a trailing space. If I just pressed enter and there was a trailing space, I don't care. Wow, okay. And lowercase globals, I try to do this, but if it doesn't happen, I don't care. You know? It's like so for example, if I just remove this, the particle collection is just gonna be like, lowercase global, and make this uppercase. I'm like, I don't care. I know it is like Lua convention, right? I think it is the word. But sometimes I just don't care. Sometimes I just want to code. And yeah, in our init, we just set the water line into the state. I'm not sending my player or my fish handler there because sometimes it just errors and I still don't know why. Something I have to ask. I create a new fish handler. I create my player. I update them. So this is why I like to have, which is why it is cool to have update functions, because this is how you do in your update. Neat. I do have my particles just randomly in the main. Maybe one day we will create like a particle handler somewhere. We should have it in like Love2D, by the way. We could pull it over, but yeah. But that's all. It's like handling particles, clearing the screen. Text is just text. It's not print but text. Line function is same. It's like to x, like x1, y1 to x2, y2. And the rectangles are xy1 and xy2. It's not width and length, right? Pretty sure it's not width and length. Oh, it is width and length. Okay. One of the engines is doing this differently, and I forgot which is the one. From all the stuff that I'm working with. One of them does it in like defining the 2 corner points, and the others are doing the width length. I don't know which one. Draw in a... I guess this could be just player draw, honestly. Boom. I don't need this. That was where the old thing was. And honestly, that is all where I am. We have a cool to do, and we have some fixes that we have to do. I think off-screen movement is the easiest fix from here. So at the moment, I'll reload this. I can just move off screen. So how about we don't do that? It should be an easy fix. I go to layer, then self.px is, this is the minimum. No, this is left movement, so this is the maximum. Math.max 0 self.px -2, and here we do the other thing. If we are moving right, we want to have a minimum clamping. Math.min. This is 120. I should move this to config files. Oh no. 120 or self.px -+2. Oh yeah, I'm gonna make a lot of typing mistakes. I haven't coded in my split keyboard in a long while. Sometimes I'm just miss the things. Like, I have the typing experience, but not the special characters, because I'm not sure if for work I'm technically allowed to plug my keyboard in, and even if I was, I work on a weird setup, but I'm working on one OS through a remote desktop, so like having that with a custom mapped split keyboard sounds like way too much headache, so I'm not using it. And I don't think if I can technically allowed, because my, you know, it has like its own control system. A split keyboard has its own brain. And technically that is a different quote-unquote software. And I'm not sure if by the rules I am allowed to plug in something with its own software that is not allowed by, you know, IT security. Whatever. Little rant. And I think that's all, right? So, I think that should have reloaded. Anyway, oh, die. It's not 120, it is 160. Up. Yep. Oh, my hook can still move if I can't. That's funny. Yeah, I forgot to clamp the hook itself. Since when is the bongo cat there on the left? The last few coding streams? It's been, for coding it has been there for a while. Not like a new thing. It appears sometimes. When I'm coding, it should be on the screen. If not, yell at me. When was the last coding stream? Oh, fuck knows, honestly. The last time I got upset by played it. Go to sleep. Happy sleeping. Have a good one. Have a good night, Bios. Thank you for jumping in. The last coding stream has been a while. I think this is the last time I was working on Playdate. Made me really angry. Still makes me really angry. Oh, okay, that's a bit more complicated then, because I need to... I don't want you to be able to move the hook. Like vertical, horizontally. I want the hook to be able to move vertically. Also, I need a cost file. I have set up played it. For some reason, it decided that local const. But for some reason it decided that it doesn't see certain files. I'm not sure why. Return consts. Constants. Right, I think that's how I did it. And I still don't know why, because I just renamed the file and it works. Not even rename, I just create a new file with the same content and it works, but if I leave the file there, it doesn't. Just fails to recognize imports, and I have no clue why to do it. I haven't worked much on it with Graham. It might be just some kind of weird VS Code issue that it messed up the paths for the job that it wants to run. Love2D, Lawrence, source, deals, push. Oop. Yeah, somewhat differently I did. Okay. It doesn't really matter, but just to make sure. It exactly how it happened, yes. Not, it's like Sunday or like Saturday afternoon after like 2.5 hours of work. And I was like, fuck this shit, I don't care. Constants. And I basically haven't really touched Playdate since. I somewhat did. Canvas width 160 constant. Canvas, because I did start remaking Druid Dash in it. 120. There was something else I wanted in there, but I forgot. So we will require constants. Was require constants. And this is constants dot was constant. Oops. Like why do you mean Usagi? Call it reloaded. So, and I still don't know what is the constant canvas width, and this is 0 up here. This is actually 0. So I guess, what is the original offset of hook? It is +10. So what we can do is self.px minus 10. And self.px this is not the same, honestly, because I'm flipping the thing. You see? I guess it should be -10 as well, right? That should be the same. Yep. Do I like it this way? Honestly, I might even prefer the other one, where you actually flip with the hook as well. Like the hook also moves with you. I'm not sure how it is in the other one. I might prefer the other one. So when it is like in front of you, it should not be +10. It should be a bit more. It's like The width, which is 16, so it is 26. 26. Yeah, I much prefer this. I know some players might not, but I do. And this is 27. This is yet again magic numbers. I don't care. That's gonna stay like a magic number. Continue. Yeah, I like this one. I say I can go off screen, which is weird. I guess the back of my boat is what can get to there. The new magic numbers. So they should be nice then. I guess hold on, Constance. Hook right. Left offset. Oh no, look, hook offset equals 10. Constance dot player width equals 16. So this is Constance hook offset, and this is Constance layer width plus Constance hook offset. That is outside. I guess the pigeon is yet again trying to nest in our balcony. I guess you can do enums or things in the wall. I mean, this is like the closest thing you can have. I don't think you can have enums. But even if you can, this is more self-explaining to me. Why are you yelling at me? Oh yeah, this doesn't exist. True, my homie. What is the other one? There's nothing else. Can do tables, I guess. Oh boy, can you do tables in Lua? Done. I mean, we haven't checked, but... Oh. So it's not even enough? Oh, because I'm not setting it... I'm just setting it to the player, but not the... Just the offset and things. This is not this, but minus dot layer width minus dot hook offset. So long of a line. I can still go with the hook of a bit off screen, but okay. Also, this is plus dot percent. What do you mean 27? What 27? Oh yeah, here. This is... I'm not sure if it knows at this point. Px plus... Because they are still creating the variable. Self.px plus... that's self. It's just px. Plus Constance dot offset. Okay, see? I mean, that might be just an LSP error, but yeah, this is like not technically existing here. This is why you need it. You're still creating that variable. And Lua is not very happy about it. So the hook still can move somewhat off screen. Not here, but I don't care. Because here the actual sprite that it goes off screen, and I don't care about that, honestly. For now. I mean, I should. Constance dot hook width. It's just ugly, you know. It's like what, 4 pixels, I think. Minus Constance dot hook. That is so ugly, Jesus. So this is why I sometimes like having magic numbers. So no screen, no screen. This is free, by the way, not for. Hello. Cold ice cream. Leia is eating ice cream. She. Oh yeah, it needs to like thaw a bit first, but she made a vanilla white Kinder Bueno ice cream with our little freezy, I think it is called. Yeah, ice cream from the little machine, indeed. Even Litchi. She's like, hey, don't we want to buy the pizza oven from Lidl? And I'm like, where the hell do I put a pizza oven? I live in a flat. Like, it is a cool idea. Like, if I had a house, I was like, fuck it, buy it. I was like, next. I'm not talking about like, you know, the price of it, because I know it is cool. I don't have problems with the price. I have problem with the space it takes up. A price, who cares? I love pizza. I do too. It's not even that expensive, right? It's like what, 40k, 50 maybe? I put it in the bedroom. So that is fixed. Water level jag. No, I don't care about that. Move magic numbers to conch. That is mostly done. This is quite good. I wish I can make good pizza, but I'm still beginner with my. I guess this fish spawn cooldown should also move out. Technically this belongs to the fish handler. And it is not a magic number because it is defined up here. This as much of a baggy. These are magic numbers though. So this is. I mean, I can make good normal pizza. I cannot make good gluten-free pizza yet. Constance. What's required? That is literally how we got together with Daya on a pizza night. Yeah, the pizza night with friends in college. And that is where I think the more serious thing started. We were still talking and like having a good time before. I think that is where we really piece off. Canvas with +10. I guess I should define local fish sprite width plus 8. One of you have celiac. I'm not sure if I have. I'm the one who suffers from this. I'm not sure if I have celiac or gluten intolerance, because I never made it to a official doctor about it. I was having problems. I held a diet where I eliminated gluten from my life and everything became better. Same with lactose. But lactose is the smaller problem with the two, I feel like. Gluten is the bigger one. Like lactose, like you have very good lactose-free options, and their prices are not that much higher as of now from like normal stuff. A gluten-free, you are paying the tax on it for sure. So what is this? This is constants dot canvas height -8, for example. Z is a good editor, yes, but it has AI in it. Gram is literally a Z clone, and now it is developed a bit differently from there. This is constants dot canvas width. That is a magic number. This is not Z. This is gram. Gram code editor. This is the Grumpy Frog. There you go. This is gram. Yes, fork from Z. Remove telemetry, removed features that are behind gates, and removed AI. They are working on expanding it. I haven't looked at the GitHub in a while. Not GitHub, they are on Codeberg, by the way, goated. I still feel like there are some extension features that are missing. You cannot create UI elements yet in... I think that is the same with Z. So like I cannot create a new button up here for myself, for example, if I wanted. It's not that bad. Other than that, I'm enjoying it. It's fast, it is snappy. It edits code, which is its main job. This is not fish handler. Fish right width. And I don't even care about AI anymore. I'm not gonna skip it. But it's perfectly fine. That is your choice. I just don't care about it. I say it enough at work. I say it enough online. I create because I like the joy of creation and figuring things out myself, which is exactly the job for AI. And let's just not want to use it. I want to figure out, I want to learn, I want to create by myself or by my peers who are also creative. I can still think, thank you. I kind of hate how you cannot search anymore for visual reference on the internet without running into AI generated images. That is a pain we live with, sadly. So nothing here anymore. Animation text, whatever. Player hook, whatever. Animation text. I know I also do dishes, but I do... Yeah, that's like... I need AI to do my dishes. Cook for me, make my shopping trip instead of me. And I'm to do the creative stuff. Instead it is doing the creative stuff and I'm the one who is sweeping the floor. Whatever, that's a different trend. Bam. Okay. So I think that is most of the magic numbers for now. So let's try to add the bubbles the same way that we have fish. So what I'm just gonna do is copy this, new file, bubble.lua. Do I even need a bubble? This can be a particle. Hold on. A new particle type. So what I want instead is a bubble emitter. Bloop. Get rid of. I guess this almost can stay. Hold on. I don't think I need anything from there. I don't think I need anything from here. Ta-ta-tam. Bubble emitter. Yeah, ass wiper would be quite good though. Yeah, like imagine if your bidet would wipe your ass in the perfect way. Then I need a bidet, by the way. XY. I guess direction and force question mark. This is not even a big bubbly matter, so bubbly matter. It's not even the bubble emitter. This is the object that is moving the fish up and down in like the original game. So hold on. Fish quest. Window capture, so like the room. Shut the fuck up. Like you see how we have like those bubble columns? Also I have bubbles from the top going down low. And they are moving things in a way that where they are like moving but the bubbles. And this is what I want to create now. Honestly, I'm not sure how I did it back then. We'll figure that one out. So I don't need these. What I need though is direction. Come on. There we go. On the button. I was pressing the wrong button. The wrong modifier key. Direction. Force. Guess it should be. I don't know. I should be able to manually create what I want here. Now it is weird because I would love to have my particle stuff. Yeah, chat was search but a little bit better though, but images and videos are just fucking ass love bullshit if this is no fan of music too. They are not even better than normal search, honestly. Because they are very skewed into certain direction that the developer wants it to and can filter stuff out. So you're basically living in a controlled environment. Let's move on from AI. Okay? Okay. Agreed, agreed. Dang it. I want my... So I'm now using Vim. Wow. I tried out Vim. It is interesting. My only problem with it is that I'm pressing enough buttons already and jumping between modes, commands and such, that like way too much, like not way too much, but like more button press overhead than what I was ready to jump in, I guess. Vim in that. I mean, that's Vim. This could be pretty good. Honestly, if you can get used to it, it looks super interesting and super neat. I tried Vim and I tried NeoVim and Helix, but like, I think Helix is just NeoVim, right? Raven would be very angry at me right now, but whatever. My version of getting used to it is to unmapping my arrow keys. So I think technically I can call my odd particle function here, but it's just like, do we have a timer? A built-in timer in Usagi? Hold on. Not sure if you have like a timer, like in the meaning that there is an elapsed. We might check out that one. That feels like interesting. Like the number of seconds or milliseconds passed since the start of the game. Effect, clamp, sign round, approach, grab, flash, remap, vectors. So what was it? Elapsed. A wall clock seconds. What do you mean a wall clock seconds? Since the session started, updated once per frame before update. Frame stable. Survives reset. Oh. Does it matter if it survives reset? To me. I don't think it does, right? So it should be... Oh, there we go. So if Usagi elapsed what is it given in? Hold on, I forgot. Is it seconds? Seconds. Is 1 second fast enough for me? Probably not, right? I want my own takes. God damn it. Local emit timer equals 20. Timer equals emit timer. Self dot timer minus equals 1. Why are you doing this? My tab setting is weird now. God damn it. Where is this off? Oh, that line was off. Wow. Weird. If self timer 0, then it's like why is it doing it more than the other one? Then self dot timer equals emit timer. Right equals 1, 3, 2. Oh, the particle. I guess it should have a width as well, right? Dang it. Like how wide is width equals width. Like how wide this zone is. Width. That type. Ads are playing? Yeah, ads are playing indeed. Get stuck in a jail. Ad blocker working then. I'm getting slight increase in typography, which does not mean productivity because I still have to think of the code before typing it. Yes, it is. I mean, if it works for you, then this works for you. Forgeo is a masterpiece. I haven't used Forgeo. Forgeo? I'm not sure how they should pronounce it myself. One day. I know Codeberg is Forgeo, but I'm using Codeberg, not Forgeo, you know? Like, technically I'm using Codeberg. I know under it there is that one, but I'm not hand coding Forgeo. Forgeo? 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 Ah, fuck knows how they pronounce that shit. Self.x. Honestly, no. This is math random. Self.x. Self.x plus self.width. This is always. That is why I have bubbles coming from the top, because I cannot move bubbles from down to up. Yeah. It's not for Geo. I think it's for brother. English. It's the same. So this is direction. This is not direction. Is moving down. Is moving down. And so this is water level. If it is moving down, stay dot water line, or constants dot oh, wrong button. It's like this should be control home. I was not pressing the home, I was pressing up. Local constants equals require. Dot where? Org.io? What? I have to look that up some point. Questions dot chemist. Right. So next is SX, which is the speed it should be moving, which is moving down, and 1 or -1. SY is gonna be mov dot random. Then it is the type, which should be, this is where constants dot article dot article one constants dot bubble article. Bubble particle color doesn't matter, we don't care about the color. It's in their FAQ. Oh, there is a sample. Hold on. Geo FAQ.
for JO.
For JO? Oh, so it is Forge and AO. That is why I was confused, because technically the E is there in the Forge, but you're not pronouncing the E. I'm like, are you AOing at the end or are you just yoing at the end? Oh. For JO. Interesting. Outport and outport just automatically adds it to the particle correction, right? It does. Okay. Bubble emitter. Yes, technically they should be in the draw because it is more of drawing than doing anything else, but eh. For pom pom fish in fish handler fishes do if how's my ABB? Is it actual width that I'm looking for? It's collision width. Okay. Volumeter. Collision width. Their motto should be that this is better than a pile of Ruby slope that GitLab. GitLab is weird. GitLab is weird. So if collide pairs.collide I've never seen this. Happens.collide fish self, then should this be in? No, this should be in fish handler. Hold on. Right? Exactly, that is what handles fishes. But then I have to tie in my bubble columns into there. I did use Big Bucket as well, but it was so long that I don't know anymore. Honestly. I don't remember much from Big Bucket. Just don't like how I'm using GitLab somewhere and sometimes it syncs and it doesn't, then it yet again syncs, and it is caused us major problems at some point. Because we rebased something that should not be rebased. And it yeeted some commits to the shadow RAM. Cells of draw, nothing. I guess this is not needed here. You just do the emitting. This is why you're called a bubble emitter. Okay. So we come back to mainnet Lua. We do a bubble emitters. That. Go up. Local bubble emitters equals bubble emitters. Emitter, I guess let's call this handler just so it is not confused with this one. So bubble emitter handler, dot new Math random 0 canvas constants. Is it not included? Oops, I press shift. It is not in here. Local const equals require. I never used BuilderKit, but it seems like if you use Jira, then you use it. Not fully true, honestly. I worked with Jira multiple times without working on Bitbucket. But yeah, their main target audience is enterprises. .canvas width. So this is the X. Wait, I don't even need a Y for this, right? Why do I have a Y? Okay, we need a new const. Constants dot bubble emitter max width. Let's go with like 8. Dot random to constant dot volunteer max width. I don't like Jira, but mostly because I feel like when I worked with Jira, it was way too overcomplicated. I think Jira could be cool, but everyone just overcomplicates it. You know what was cool? Trello. Trello felt like the cool Jira. Bubble emitter min width. You know, I don't use Trello anymore. I migrated to GitHub Kanban, but now I migrated to Codeberg, so I don't have one. But that I use it much, honestly. So this is there we go. Is moving down math.random greater than 05. What is the last one? Oh, I'm missing force. GitHub has Kanban? Technically, yes. You can enable a Kanban board for it, basically. Helpers. I don't even know how this should be. Math dot random. Yes, we should have forces. No. Select this word, please. O2 2. If I need something to do with issue tracking, or do we take my own probably for linear? I'm not sure. I'm not familiar with linear. Honestly, you know where is my issue tracking? Here. That is where my issue tracking is. I found it way easier to just add it to your main file or to like a to-do file. I'm one person working on something, that is more than enough. And if I'm working with my audio friend, then we can, two of us can surely just talk it out. Enforce. Looks force. I need to talk to that friend, by the way. I need some music soon-ish. Yeah, to do the Andy. Yeah, that's... I think I used that in Love2D, right? I feel like that's what I used there. Yeah, I had to do MD. We can check low-res to do. Nothing for the MVP. I have some good to haves and things that are done already. That's like more than enough. And I want another one. God damn it. I should probably do this differently, right? Because technically I don't know if I want one or two. Mount? Constants dot no. Bubble emitter number choice equals off. 1, 2, 3, 4. Also, bubble is typoed everywhere. And it should be 2, 3, 2, 1. This number choice. Vague. Because then in here we can do local number of parameters equals helpers dot random element choice table weight table. For I equals 1, number of emitters do local emitter equals this. And table dot insert bubble emitters. There you go. Ugly AF. And it is what it is. Not ugly, it's just like things. Technically, I could put like a handler above bubble emitters, the same I have with fishes, and that should handle this, but I don't care. For now, so fish handler. So if the fishy is hooked, then the fishy is tied to the hook itself. Yes. There is a magic number here, I don't care. Bless you. Fish and learn. I guess technically that is the movement of the fish, right? So it is inside here. Oh, pop, pop. Bubble. In pairs. Bubble emitters. Yeah. If collide. Pairs not collide. I need to look up if there is like a post completion command. Give it to me this way. Random numbers, no integer representation. Uh-oh. Okay, we have some error somewhere. Just collide, self, bubble, then self dot y plus equals all dot. Is it not false? Is false. Interesting if game is working. 66. Oh, you cannot range between. Fuck you, Lua. You cannot range between a float and an integer. Cool. Hypers. Random element from collection. Go to 01. Hold on. 01. 02. 05. 1. 2.5. Like double these two. I don't want to play with fades for now. Grab something from this. I don't care. Just to make it nice. One. Yes, I do have one of those keywords. That is why I make all the mistakes, because sometimes I forgot how I mapped because I used coding on this keyboard so long ago. Like how I forgot, I know it's just like a typo. My muscle memory faded. And for the bubble emitter, the force should be not force, but is moving down and minus force. or false. How fast do you type with this? Not that fast anymore. It's like 70, 80, something like that. Last time I checked. It's like minimal error rate. I think it was like 70 something. But it was a long time ago I checked. But even my normal typing wasn't that fast. It was like 90? 90, 100, I don't know. It was around 100, my normal typing speed. I realized with this new keyboard that I was a heavy index finger user back then. I'm way better now, but still not perfect. Even though I was typing blindly, but still heavily using my index fingers. It's getting better though, because this keyboard kind of forces you to be better. Attempt to perform arithmetic on nil value field Y. Oh yeah. So technically your Y is state dot waterline and your collision height oh come on, I pressed Ctrl accidentally. Page canvas height. Lately this is not true, but don't tell anyone. It should be this minus the waterline, but we don't care about that. Yep. 0 means 0. Oh, you see the fish is already moving down here. Here and here. Ah, it is working. They're just not drawing it yet, but you can see them slowly going down. So I think you can see, like, hold on. I assume you can see it. It's not that big on my screen because I'm watching it inside OBS, but here under me, you can watch the fishes go down for a bit. And the other spot is here. Oh no. It's further here. Somewhere here. Oh, it's here. All I can see is magic numbers. There is no magic numbers here. These are just numbers. Line 30, 0. 0 is 0. It is a color number. Yes. It should be an index of a color. But I'm not using a color, so it doesn't matter what it is. That is why it is 0. Should be the index of my color table, but I'm not using the color table here. There are particles which gonna use primitives, and particles which gonna use sprites, and this is one of those that uses a sprite instead of a primitive. My lower particle. I'm setting the type, cool. So here, f_tp, ztp, ztp is type. One day I will have a consistent way. Equals 1. Then no, not 1. Constant dot particle. Then as if for the dp equals constant const dot bubble particle then, and we're gonna do gfx spr, and I will have to find where my ball is. It's next to the hook, and the hook is six, so this is 7. 7 or dot x or dot y. There you go. Oh, now I'm not drawing any particles. Jesus. Fish is going new. Huh. Why am I not drawing any particles? There. What particle? Type. Oh yeah, this is 0. That is why I'm not doing anything. Conditions. Dot. Dot particle. Codeback does have pages, yeah, it's pretty cool. If you look into either my Hugo article or into the Hope Quest thread, I wrote about how my Codeberg page is, like, you can set, I forgot the name that they're calling it, but basically an executor type to your Codeberg actions, like what kind of node or pod they are not accessing, what is the other word, assigning to it. And at the moment I have it on a pod type that is basically their lowest priority, lowest consumer, and like basically as small of an environmental impact as you can have. So is Zepro, welcome in, welcome in. Which editor are you using? I'm using Gram. Let me find it too, because I shared it recently. I'm using this one. It's basically a Z fork, if you heard about Z. So dot particle. I'm using the angry frog. What is interesting though is that, oh wait, what? X, Y, SX, SY, type, oh yeah, I need a color and a lifetime. Forgot lifetime. Why is it not complaining about that? Do I have a default lifetime? Like so long since I use this. Welcome in, welcome in. We are learning the Usagi game engine at the moment by remaking one of my old PICO-8 games. Usagi. What do I have? No, I don't have. Still don't have particles. I messed up something with my particles. What did I mess up? What particle? Update particles. I don't think this matters to us. We don't have a falling particle, like from our older code base. Regular export file particle, yes. This is a typo here. Wonder from where does the Usagi name come from? It might be that they just took a liberty on ELP, honestly. And that is where it is from, but I don't know. That's a good question to the Discord. To their Discord. Print collection 0. Are you sure about that? Some mess up did happen. Let me break this into lines. You know what I kind of wish for? Now that I realize it. You know how most modern editors can tell you what parameter the actual value is mapped to for a function call? X, Y, X, X, Y, type, color, lifetime. There is a lifetime. I'm doing lifetime counter somehow weird. Hold on, is it like an Usagi being stuck in state? Think again? No, it's not an Usagi being stuck in a state again. The fuck? Hello? I still love how Usagi thinks that my keyboard is a controller. But there is a fix on that if I remember correctly coming soon. Okay, so now we have at least we'll have particles. They accidentally I did not accidentally delete my particle drawing function at all. Ah! This is like funny to say that you are not deleting particles. Oh, do I love me some not deletion of stuff? Like accidental deletion of function calls. But at least you know. Now we know. So question now is, why are we not drawing these particles? Did I mess up my SPR call? No, it should yell at me for that. Should be 7. Port X, port Y. Hello? Particle? Drawing? Oh, I am not drawing them. Why not calling this? Have the timer. Also mid timer. Mid timer is 20. Reduce it by 1. Oh, I'm not calling the update for these. Oh my god. Or that's the Jesus. That is why you don't call after work. Emitter in pairs. Couple emitters there. Oh wow. I don't even know how they did that. Emitter. Update. Up. This is because I am applying SX to the particles. So this should be 0. No speed, but what I want to do is here. Not even here, in the draw. Port Y plus math dot random times 2, I guess. Just so that they Oh yeah, fuck. The other way. The horizontal movement should be 0 by default. There should be vertical movement. And I should jiggle on the horizontal count. Shake it, shake it. clearly water line is yet again faulty, and we should have like 60 as the lifetime. This is a magic number. Oh, it is moving the fishies to delete them. Because this is wrong a bit. Fish handler. And fish dot hooked. Only delete them when they're moving upward if they are hooked. And the fish should not be ever higher than the sizes of the screen, which is, there is like a function for this in Usagi. There's like a clamp function, right? Let's search for it. Utils clamp. Velo high. Meta clamp. The number, the low and the high end. Okay. Okay. So this should be utils.clamp. Is it not utils? It is just util. It is just util. Self.y minus plus, no, plus self.sy constants local constants require const. What's the time? We're okay on time. Canvas height and stay dot waterline. And it's like 10 magic number. That is still hitting them way off the screen. Okay. Oh yeah. Minus constant dot fish sprite. Fish sprite width. There you go. Hydrate. Have some soda. Good reminder. Did I forget the cost? Huh? It's not in const. It is in the fish itself, right? No. Where is it? Is it in the fish handler? Magic number time. So now it cannot push the fish lower. Yes. But now the fish is not deleting because why? Oh, it's fishy. Haha, lure. There we go. That said, I'm doing +10. No, in fish. Oh yeah, this should be +10, not minus. The other way. What kind of soda? It is a orange lemon soda. It like a 0 sugar one. Has sucralose. Which looks like I hate. Because I kinda don't like the aftertaste of this. It's like from a... What is it called, Daya? Like the beer company, a small beer company. Yeah, but like, gives me a sure. Craft beer, right? There's like a craft beer company in our country, which I really like. And they release some sodas, non-alcoholic sodas. And this is the new series, but this is sugar-free. And I hate this sugar. Most sugar-free things I hate, by the way. I don't like the most artificial sweeteners. I don't like the aftertaste, and this is one of them. It's not exactly one of those, but yeah, from the same company. We like ordered some of their older stuff because we knew we enjoy them, and some of their newer stuff, for which there are like sugar-free and non-sugar-free ones. But even like the not sugar-free is like what, like 90 calories for the whole 300 milliliter, 330 milliliter can. So it's like basically nothing. It's like 30 calories per 100 milliliters. And like stevia. I'm not sure if I taste this. Did we taste the stevia? Isn't the cobbed juice? Amelyek az a hülye kupakja van a tetején. Itt a kisboltba vettünk, a steviás volt, igaz? Yeah, I think I hate stevia as well. Not as much as the other ones, but it wasn't much better. Not all of them. My grandma has like a old school sweetener. She's like diabetic. And she has a sweetener, which I have no problems with. It is like the weird sweetener I talked about with Fletch and the gang in Woody, and they were like, wait, there is a sweetener like that? And I'm like, that is. My grandma uses it for as long as I know her. Those bubble columns are like, the bubbles are still very not staggered as much as I would like. But yeah, I don't even drink that much soda anymore, like pop if you are watching from the US, which I know a lot of you do. I see you on YouTube. How you doing? How you doing? Leave a comment down below if you are watching from the US. Obligatory. Like pop, but like we call it soda here. Like the sweetened carbonated drinks. So I don't think much anymore. Even less as I did back then. And when I do, I try to like either watch it or like use basically pressed berry juice. But yeah, it's not, the taste would be great, honestly. I like the citrusy flavor of this one. I like lime, I like orange. But like the sweetener of the taste ruins it. Subscribe, comment, yeah, all the things. So then we do have those, and we have the particles for the boat. Cool. Blip, 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 blip. I feel like these still should be wider. So add particle. So let's widen this a bit. +2. So like they have wider place to spawn, even though it is not technically fully representative of the column. Because they move super fast. It feels like they move way faster than they should, so let's do it. 05. These are finest magic values because we are tinkering with these. Like no real reason to. That's too slow though. I think 7.5 is gonna be jittery as well, right? I'm not sure about the rules on how to not make things very jittery. I mean, honestly, that works with me. Looks like we need to add like 30% more to their lifetime. I could technically despawn them. So how about we do that? Let's do this 999. And this is in particle handler. If power dot TPE equals constant bubble particle, then if power dot x is smaller than, not x, y is less than or moreover, state dot waterline or power dot y is greater than stones dot west height, then I forgot where is my delete, honestly. I had a delete somewhere. I don't know where anymore. This should delete the bubbles automatically. Seems like it. Cool. We can press F9 to capture the last, I think this is like 5 seconds or something like that of action. And honestly, probably this is gonna be all that we have time for today. So before ad starts, because I cannot snooze them again for some reason, I don't know why. I haven't snoozed an ad in so long. So before we get stuck